Native American man, dressed in traditional attire, stands in the preparation area of an Old West show. In the background, you can see the scenery of Buffalo Bill and 101 Ranch Wild West combined, a famous traveling show of the time. The photograph was taken in 1916, capturing a historic moment, and is the work of Burt Koretke. Rebecca Ketcher Nugent, recognized as the last survivor of the forced Cherokee migration to Indian Territory, is portrayed in this historic photograph, the exact date of which is unknown. In the image, she is accompanied by a small child. Nugent experienced this grueling journey in 1838 when she was still a child. In a peaceful scene from 1948, Gray Mountain, a 91-year-old Navajo elder, is depicted sitting around a nighttime campfire. With a serene expression, he shares stories and legends about the early days of the Navajo people with a group of young children. This intimate and educational moment reflects the importance of oral transmission of knowledge and stories in indigenous cultures. A group of Crow tribe members, photographed in the late 19th century. The image captures several members of the tribe dressed in traditional attire that reflects Crow culture and customs. They are positioned to convey a sense of community and tribal identity. This 1888 photograph, captured by Frank A. Randall, features an Apache woman. She is located in a region spanning the borders of New Mexico and Arizona. The image portrays the woman in traditional Apache attire, offering a glimpse into the culture and identity of the Apache people during that period. American Horse, a distinguished Lakota chief, photographed in the early 1900s. The image shows him in attire that reflects his position and Lakota culture. His gaze is serious and contemplative, conveying the wisdom and leadership that characterized his role as a chief. A woman belonging to the Ojibwe tribe, located in Ponema, Minnesota, was photographed in the year 1908. The photographer of the image is Roland W. Reed, known for his documentary work on the indigenous peoples of North America in the early 20th century. The Choctaw tribe, one of the oldest indigenous nations in the southeastern United States, was first recorded in European documents, specifically in French accounts dating back to 1675. This tribe has a rich history and a deep connection to its sacred place known as Nani Waya. Joseph White Cowbull, a member of the Cheyenne tribe, was portrayed by artist David Humphreys Miller around the year 1938. White Cowbull is notable for being one of the survivors of the famous Battle of Little Big Horn, a significant historical event. During his research and artistic work, David Humphreys Miller dedicated himself to finding and interviewing survivors of that battle. Several Native American tribes reside in relatively limited territories. However, the Blackfoot tribe historically occupied a vast region of North America, ranging from Montana in the United States to the Saskatchewan Valley in Canada. During the 18th century, the Blackfoot tribe underwent a significant westward migration. The photograph titled Three Apache Brothers, captured in the 1880s, is a work by photographer A. Miller. This image depicts three brothers from the Apache tribe, an indigenous group known for their rich history and culture, during a significant period of change and challenges for Native peoples in North America. In the late 19th century, the Apache tribe faced a challenging situation, seeking refuge as they were pursued by Mexican and American armies. Previously, the Apache were recognized as one of the most formidable tribes in North America, known for their bravery and combat skills. In 1938, a notable group of 12 adult men, along with other members of the Blackfeet tribe from Montana, embarked on a unique journey. They traveled in a specially designated train car by the Great Northern Railway, heading to Hollywood. The purpose of this journey was to participate in the production of a film featuring child star Shirley Temple, located in the center of the photograph. 147 years ago, on a day like today, a coalition of warriors from the Lakota, Dakota, Nakota, Northern Cheyenne, and Arapaho nations achieved a historic victory. They faced and defeated General George Armstrong Custer and his troops from the 7th U.S. Cavalry. This confrontation took place on June 25, 1876, during the Battle of Greasy Grass, also known as the Battle of Little Bighorn. In 1886, a group of individuals from the Pawnee tribe participated in the spectacle known as Buffalo Bill's Wild West. This show, created by William Frederick Buffalo Bill Cody, was a traveling performance aimed at recreating scenes and experiences from the American Old West. contributing to a broader narrative about the American West in popular imagination. Around 1890, a person from the Kiowa tribe, identified as Amy, was photographed by G.A. Addison, a photographer based in Fort Sill, located in the then Oklahoma Territory. This photograph, captured during a significant period of change and challenges for Native peoples in the United States. In the 1920s, an intimate and everyday scene was captured in a photograph, showing a Navajo, Dine mother, carefully braiding her daughter's hair. This activity, performed with the help of a brush, is more than just a grooming gesture. It reflects a moment of connection and cultural continuity between generations. Cynthia Ann Parker, also known by the name Comanche Nadua, pronounced Narua, is a notable historical figure for her unique life experience. As a woman of Caucasian origin, she was captured at around the age of 9 by a group of Comanche warriors during one of their raids. Instead of being held as a prisoner, Cynthia Ann was adopted by the Comanche tribe. This vintage photograph, dating from the late 1800s to the early 1900s, portrays a Native American woman. Women often owned the homes they lived in, along with all the belongings inside them. Moreover, in some tribes, women had significant political roles. Although chiefs were men, it was often women who had the responsibility of electing them. The Inuit people, traditionally inhabiting the extreme regions of the Arctic, are often associated with their distinct parkas, which are vital pieces of clothing adapted to the harsh conditions of the Arctic environment. These parkas are skillfully crafted using local wild animal hides, a readily available natural resource that provides essential thermal insulation against the intense cold. In 1884, the same year his star house was constructed, Quanah Parker obtained a photograph from 1862 of his mother, Cynthia Ann Parker, with his 2-year-old sister, Prairie Flower. He finally possessed a memento of his white mother, who was taken from him by the Texas Rangers in 1858. Elsie Vance Chestuin was born in 1873, and her Indian name was Chestuin. Her mother was Dilth Clay, the daughter of Apache chief Biduya, also known as Victorio. Elsie's father is unknown, and her mother married Mangus, the son of Mangus Coloradus, the chief of the Chiricahua Apaches. The Dogmen were a Southern Cheyenne military organization. One of the 6 Cheyenne warrior societies, the Dog Soldiers were responsible for the tribe's internal and external security. The bravest of the brave, their dedication to this way of life had a commitment similar to that of a monk. Dewey Beard, or Wasu Maza, was a Lakota who fought in the Battle of Little Bighorn as a teenager. After the defeat of George Armstrong Custer, Wasu Maza followed Sitting Bull into exile in Canada and later returned to South Dakota, where he lived on the Cheyenne River Indian Reservation. For generations, Plains Indians have drawn pictographs to document their daily experiences. The Lakota term for a winter count is Waniyetu Wawapi. The word Wawapi can be translated as anything that can be read or counted. Waniyetu is the Lakota word for year, which is measured from the first snow to the last snow.